our professors, and hello, fellow students. How are you today? Yeah, I hope you are fine. And today our topic of presentation is speaking English with Thinglish. Let's start your stories. There will be 5 parts in our presentation. To start with, we will describe the research background and the purposes. After that, we will mention the research design and show you the research finding at a video, then give you some suggestions. Finally, we will try to answer all of your questions about English. Anybody know about English? So, well, now I'm going to show you a sample of English. Then you'll see what it is. Okay, let's take a look.
You see this dog? She barks all day.
Therefore, this research was conducted in order to study the foreigner attitude towards English. Maybe some of you might know that English is based on English language and Thai combination. There are 2 principal parts of English: grammar and pronunciation. This research was focused on pronunciation. And now I would like to turn you to the next topic.
Let's move to our purposes. First, to find out the foreigner's opinions concerning English. Second, to study communication problems with English. And now I would like to turn your attention to the research limitation.
Our research limitation based on Gong Rudy and Stuart Gerard. English pronunciation includes 4 characteristics. Following is: the first characteristic is changing the stress to the last syllable of the word. For example, in stress, handsome. English say handsome. In stress, beautiful. English say beautiful. Now let's move on to the second characteristic. It is omitting consonant cluster, or in Thai, คำควบกล้ำ In Thai, 2 consonants can blend together. For example, สอ and บอ Some read สบาย not สบาย Same as in English. For example, instead, start, English say start. Instead, stupid, English say stupid. Instead, sleepy, English say sleepy. Now, the next characteristic of English is the problem of sounds not existing in Thai, like bird, third, and church. All of them are the sounds that not existing in Thai language. For example, instead of wow, English say wow, or someone can say wow. Team become team, and share become share. The last characteristic is particle word, or in Thai, คำสร้อย For example, good morning ครับ You understand นะครับ Thank you ครับ All of these are the characteristics of type of English, and we would like to ask the foreigner about their opinion. But before we conduct the interview, Havipon will show you our research design.
Over here you can see from our chart is a project design. There are 6 procedures for making project completely. First of all, brainstorming for topic and proposals. Next, researching from website and YouTube. Then, writing a question and try out. After that, conducting an interview. Later, analyzing data. Lastly, preparing for the presentation. All activities we have done through our time for 4 months since the middle of September.
For the level of study, that we interviewed to find out their opinion concerning Thinglish. There are 10 samples as follows: 3 Americans, 1 Canadian, 1 Australian, 1 German, 1 Canadian, 1 Italian, 1 New Zealander, and a French couple. And the location that we conduct this interview are National Fort, Market Road, Lumpini Park, and Circuit Weekend Market. To find out the foreign opinion concerning Thinglish, and number 2, to study communication problems with Thinglish. Now let's see the video showing the
Question 1.
I would like to point out the problem in question 1. As some sound in English justify not mixing in Thai language. There are 4 sounds in first, third, chirp, and chirp. Excuse me, could we share this chair? Could we share this chair? Yes, okay. That seems my extent ought to be the problem for you guys, right? So now we bought a sample VCR to show you how Thinglish say, and then we will ask the tourists to give comments about each question. So shall we see Thinglish say together? Okay.
Could we share this chair? I think we should with the green sheet on our baby sheet.
And now let's see the tourists.
Understand the sentence. And how do you feel about it?
Little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, the first sentence I understood, the second one I didn't. Can we show the chair?
Yes.
The second one I didn't understand. I'm sorry.
It's very, very hard to understand. You know, yes, but not, it's a bit hard.
It wasn't clear enough for you?
Yeah, but you know, I understand, but it's to be more clear.
Okay.
I think it's okay, but we need the context to understand.
Okay, sometimes of course it's
Is it okay for you to understand?
No, in the case, I repeat that I am Italian, so for me, that is not difficult to understand.
From the interview, you can summarize the findings into this part as you see. The largest part, as you can see at the blue, 57% of the interviewees understand Thinglish. Based on the research findings, most tourists can understand Thinglish. They express their opinion in the same way that Thinglish is very easier to understand than the other non-native speaker accents, because Thinglish isn't too fast or too complicated. Although there are some incorrect pronunciations and it's quite slow. Speaking Thinglish is simply to receive the message. And now let's move to the second largest part. As you can see at the red, 40% not sure. There are some foreigners answering not sure because they miss the topic or the context of the conversation. It's quite confusing to understand the message by just only listening a sample sentence. Therefore, almost everyone thinks if they know not only a sample but also the topic or context, they will surely understand the whole sentence.
Now I would like to turn. Thank you.